I don't have a problem, you do! So recently I found myself kinda really into a small franchise. I don't think any of you have ever heard of it. It goes by the name Pokémon. As an artist with an obsession, I think it is a rite of passage that I have to draw as much Pokemon related stuff as humanly possible before I pass out from exhaustion. And what better way to introduce my obsession other than doing the most basic thing a Pokemon artist can do and draw the evolution types that weren't included in the originals. Now, I won't lie to you, I'm not really good at the Pokemon art style yet, but I don't think most people are until they've drawn every single Pokemon 40 times, you know? I won't edge you any longer. I know my audience consisting of 3 of my real-life friends are dying to see how I drew these guys. Without further ado, let's get on to the bug. So, a small thing I have to preference before I actually start talking about the drawings is that, these were all drawn on IbisPaintX, and if you know how the extracting videos from that works, it leaves a watermark. So now you know where I drew it. Oh yeah, there you go. So the first thing I did when drawing the bug evolution was look up a picture of a rhinoceros beetle because they're cool, leave me alone. Why does there need to be a reasoning for everything? God! This might be the one that looks most like an evolution because for some reason afterwards I gave up on looking at what they actually looked like. That big mistake on my part, shouldn't have done that. In a second you'll see me like flip-flop between the colors because if you look at a beetle, the darker side is underneath. You know, the exoskeleton is lighter. But I did end up going for the original idea because oh, what fun and joy and whimsy that was! Yay! Details I want to point out here. You can see the horns on it. That's obviously from the beetle. But also on the legs. I mean, you can't see it right now because the shading is so dark. There are little, like, spines almost to replicate what a beetle leg looks like because they got all that stuff on it. You'll see. Speaking of the shading, that was fun to look at. I remember looking at a bunch of other Pokemon artists before doing this because the way Pokemon shades things is very interesting, and I only have like one drawing I've ever done that I felt like looked like that. It didn't look very Pokemon shading-esque, but it's fine. That's all in the past. I'm a changed man. I've grown. I've changed. I swear, please don't arrest me. But anyway, I feel like I did the shading a lot better here than I have done in the past because, I'm awesome now. What? The name I ended up going for this silly little goober was Scarab because you see it kind of sounds like scarab and they all end in eon. It's great. The next one is the fighting type evolution, and this one by far is definitely my favorite. I love how it looks. It's so cute. It's so fluffy. It's perfection, really. For this one, I tried to make it deceptively cute. Like, it's all fluffy and stuff, so you want to go over, and then it punches you in the face with those big old paws of it. If I am being so for real, this one is kind of like a mixture of a Flareon and an Eevee. I guess Flareon is just a fiery Eevee, so maybe that's a bad comparison, but whatever, you get what I mean. Its face, I tried to give it like those heart shapes around its eyes. It kind of looks like a mask because, you know, some fighters, they wear masks. But hold on, it's kind of like a luchador, but reversed, where the eyes are covered. I don't know, I just thought it looked cool. What am I even talking? Out of the ones I've made so far, this one also definitely has my favorite color scheme. I don't know, it's just cute. When I look at this, I'd be like, yeah, that's a fighting type Pokemon, or maybe fire, but fighting. One of my favorite things about this character design is its tail, because if you look really closely, or not even that closely, honestly, you can just look at it normally, and it looks like a fist, a balled up fist, ready to attack somebody. And it's peak, honestly. I'm tired of pretending it's not peak. Even though I haven't been pretending at all, it's so peak. I don't like the shading on this one as much, but I think all the stuff I love about it makes up for the stuff that I don't. Cat, please don't attack anything. Y'all want to hear from my cat, actually? Thank you. I'm also really happy for the name I came up with this one, because oh my gosh, it's so clever. It's so funny. I ended up calling this one Champion because it's like champion, and it's also Eon, and it's so funny. Hey, just look at how cool this is. You're telling me this isn't cool? What? The next one is the flying type evolution, and I'm gonna be so for real with you here. I have nothing to say on this one. I mean, it's cute. I like it. There's no strong negative or positive feelings. I like it though. All I knew is I wanted its like main part and the tail and stuff to be kind of cloudy because it's flying clouds. It really goes well together if you think about it long enough. I like what I did with like near the end of its paws with like the fluff around that. That's fun, right? We can all enjoy that. There's a long pause here, and that's just because I kept trying to redo the eyes over and over again, but I settled with this one eventually. It's cute. I don't know what else to say, so I'm gonna fill time with stuff about Pokemon because I really like Pokemon. Getting into Pokemon is really interesting because I thought I knew a good majority of Pokemon. It's like, oh yeah, I can name that one. It's Pikachu, right? There's so many of these guys I actually don't know, and I still don't know. As someone who likes it now, who's an actual fan, I'm gonna actually go on random Pokemon generator right now, and I guarantee you I will not know the Pokemon at all. Now don't kill me. I'm new gen. I don't know who this Pokemon is. I'm going to look them up real quick. I know all you other fans are laughing at me right now. Looney doesn't know who this is. What an idiot. Please be nice. Okay, I was wrong. I actually do know who this is. But like, I still need a picture to know who they are. I can't just go off the top of my head and be like, oh, yes, Mousehold, my goat. I mean, I know who Mousehold is now. I did not think that was a Pokemon when I first saw it, though, low-key. Getting back to the actual subject of the video, I decided to call this one, Glideon, because it glides. It's a flying type. I don't know if you got that yet, but it flies. The last one for this video, there's still 5 more of these guys I gotta make, is the dragon type, and oh lord, this one was a struggle at first. It doesn't look like it here because, I don't know, that's just like a cute little version of a dragon Eevee. You know what I mean. But here's the original sketch. Yeah, I was going through it, man. I originally asked my friends what kind of dragon I should do. I didn't tell them the context of what it was for. I just said, hey, what kind of dragon should I do? And she said, water dragon. And so I tried to do that, even though, you know, there already is a water-themed Eeveelution. I was just like, you know what, screw it. I can work with it, maybe. I couldn't, actually. So then I went to some other friends, and I was like, hey, what should I do for the dragon type? Something about it just looks off to me, and I can't figure it out. And she just said, oh, make it look more like Eevee. That is, actually something I think I could do. So I gave it more fur, made it more fluffy, which I like. Also, before even asking for advice to begin with, I wanted to make it sort of look like a wyvern, because wyverns are sick. Who doesn't love them? Unless you don't love them. Sorry. I like this one a lot more than my prior one, but I still think some of the things on it can be fixed. Like the proportions on it aren't great, but you know, it doesn't need to be perfection. This is all just for practice, really. I'm just having fun with it, and I think I had fun with it. Maybe, hopefully, I pray. Thing you may notice I kept through both designs are those like eyelash things, the yellow ones. I thought that looked cool. I don't know. Maybe it looks like balls actually, but I think it looks fun. I don't know. I had to change locations to my own closet, but it's okay because we live and we learn and we laugh and we love. It's great, it's fine. I ended up calling this one Growlithe, which seems familiar for some reason, but I can't place my little fingers on it. So that concludes at least part 1 to the extra Eeveelution stuff. This video is very long, well, a very long video for me, and it's not animation, which is, usually what I do, even though the longest animation I've made is like 30 seconds long. We don't gotta dwell on that, that's fine, it was almost a year ago now. All the type symbols were done by someone called GoreMXDose on DeviantArt. I did not draw those. I'm not really good at drawing this stuff, so sorry. Hope I don't get too much flack for not knowing all these Pokemon. I'm sorry, I wish I were better, but unfortunately there's only so much I can do. Thanks to anyone who stayed all the way through. I know it must be annoying listening to me talk. I'm aware I have to listen to it all day. But I guess that wraps things up for now. I'm Looney and I'll see you in hell.